Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day that you can finally enter our new giveaway. We are giving away a brand new Eride Pro SS 3.0. Just like the bike you see here, except for it's going to be brand new in a box and it might get shipped to your doorstep. So you got to go click the link down in the video description. Go get entered right now for free, or if you want bonus entries, go pick up some of our brand new Talaria Boys merch. We have these hoodies, shirts, hats, lots of different colors, lots of different sizes. Go get entered right now because you are not going to want to miss this one. Let's get into the video. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is an exciting day because we are doing a range test on the Eride Pro SS 3.0. As you guys know, the 3.0 has a much larger battery than any of the competition and the previous 2.0 model. It has a 72 volt 50 amp hours, which is 3600 watt hours. And today I think it's gonna go a heck of a long ways, and it might be the new king of our range test. For this range test, if you guys are familiar with our videos, we do eco mode and sport mode. In sport, we go 50 miles an hour until the bike dies, stopping at 50% just to do an update on how we're doing so far, and so we can compare the first half of the battery to the second half, because that's very interesting to know. Then on eco mode, we hold it between 25, 26, 27 miles an hour depending on the bike. With this, we can be as consistent as possible in comparing all the e-moto models that we have tested. For the test, our bike is completely stock, has stock tires set to 20 PSI. We have our GPS cycling computer right here on the front, fully charged, ready to go, and a 100% charged battery. If you guys are new to our channel, welcome and thank you for being here. We do range tests on all the e-moto models, and at the end of the video, we're gonna compare all the stats of everything we have previously tested. We appreciate you being here. If you enjoy this video, hit that subscribe button. Let's get started. All right, guys, here we go in eco mode. So our first test, we're holding full throttle eco mode. Right there, we're doing 24.7 miles an hour on our GPS, which is a bit slower than all of our other eco mode bikes have gone. So it looks like they slowed eco mode down on this model. The rest usually go between 26 and 28 miles an hour. So I suspect we're gonna go a long ways because we're going a little bit slower, which does make a difference. All right, guys, we are starting our sport mode test off strong, starting the GPS. So we're gonna be going 50 miles an hour on the GPS, not what the speedometer says. All right, guys, time for an eco mode update. We made it to 90% battery, still going 25 miles an hour, and we have gone 6.3 miles. So if you want to do that math, go ahead, but I think it's going to put you at about 63 miles of range in eco mode if the battery stays consistent as it goes down. We have no clue if it will or not, so we'll have to see. Okay guys, quick update on sport mode. We are at 90% battery and we have gone 3.4 miles. So if you want to do the math, go ahead. If this battery is consistent, it looks like we might get over 30 miles of range at 50 miles an hour, which is huge. Now, batteries aren't always consistent, so let's see how we do. We'll check up again at about 75%. All right, guys, we are dropping fast. We're at 75%, and we are at 7.6 miles that we've gone in 9 minutes and 25 seconds. We're dropping quick. Okay guys, we are rocking eco mode. We're doing 25 miles an hour. So far so good. Beautiful day here. It's a little hazy, but not bad at all. Time for an update on the eco mode test. We are at 75% battery and we have gone 14.5 miles. So we are losing a little bit on our, ratio for the first 10%, but who knows how it's gonna go the rest of the time. But the miles are definitely ticking up slow at only 25 miles an hour. This test is gonna take me like over 2.5 hours of just sitting, doing nothing. Time for another eco mode update. We're at 60% battery, still going 24.7 miles an hour on the GPS. And we have gone 22.7 miles. Next stop, we will be at 50%. We'll stop and take a little break and talk about how we're adding up. All right, guys, we are at 60%, just ticked over to 59. 11.7 miles we've gone in 14 minutes and 32 seconds. Sport mode is hauling. All right, guys, we're at 50% battery on the eco mode test. Let's see what we're at. As you guys can see, 50% battery right there, and we are at 27.6 miles. So we're doing pretty good. We're not going as far as I was hoping, but I'm really thinking it's because of the cold. So let's see how we do, and we'll check in as we keep getting lower. All right, guys, we're at our sport mode 50% stop to check in, see how we're doing. We are at 14 miles, and how long have we been riding? 17 minutes, 18 on the dot now. So that is pretty fast to drain 50% of the battery. So I'm curious to see what the next 50% turns into, because that's kind of a make or break for me. If the bike slows down drastically, it's kind of annoying when you're trying to ride. Quick update in eco mode, we're at 39%. I was gonna do 40, but I missed it. We're at 33.6 miles. We're still doing our same average speed. So we're moving. We got a long ways to go though. All right, guys, quick update in sport mode. We're at 40% battery, and we have gone 16.4 miles in 21 minutes, 45 seconds. Next stop, 25%. All right, guys, quick update on sport mode. We are dying exponentially faster. We're at 23% already, and it's been 20.4 miles, 26 minutes, 45 seconds. So we are dying really fast now. We're not being as consistent as we were in the top of the battery, which is quite normal, but I just want to keep you guys updated as we go down. Time for another eco mode update. We are down to 20%. We just started flashing 1 bar red. We're at 42.8 miles. Still going the same speed. I suspect we're gonna start dropping our speed though pretty soon here, because that's what happened in sport mode. So let's keep going. Can we get to 50 miles? Okay, guys, I thought my camera was on, but I think it was off, so I don't know what my last clip was. Right now, we're at 13% battery. We've done 23.1 miles, and we can only go 35 miles an hour. At 17%, between 18 and 17, it limited us down from 50 to 47, and every percent it went 3 or 4 miles an hour lower. Now we're at 13, now we're doing 33.5 miles an hour, so it's going down pretty fast. Our motor is also getting really hot. We got up to 99 degrees Celsius. This is the first time I've been able to see a motor temperature while doing a range test, so I love that, you know, it shows it on the screen here. But 99 Celsius is really hot. That's not overheating the motor yet to overheat cutoff, but it's getting close. Right now we're dropping to 94 as our speed comes down. We're down to 12%, and we're only doing 29 miles an hour. Okay, we're in eco mode at 13%, 46.4 miles. I stopped just because I wanted to see what the acceleration was like. I'm gonna floor it. Ready, set, go. That is how fast the acceleration is. Let's see how fast we can get up to. 17, 18, 20, 21. All right, so we're pretty much down to 22, 23 miles an hour now. We slowed down a little bit. If I click it into sport, it doesn't go any faster. That's just how fast it is. The secret giveaway code word is pizza. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go enter the giveaway right now, link in the video description, and then it will all make sense. So now, guys, our battery is gonna last a good chunk further distance because we've slowed our speed down so far. We're only doing 26 now at 11%. So it's not necessarily quite fair for this range test because all the other bikes were going significantly faster. We're at 10% still, doing 20 miles an hour, 20.9, so I guess 21. Our other Eride Pro models, our 2.0 and our 1.0, both shut off at 7% battery. They didn't go to 1 or 2 or 0. So I might be really close to dying. I'm at 9%. I'm at 24.8 miles. We're at 8% now, 20.5 miles an hour. Woo, woo. Oh, there's 7%. We haven't turned off yet. We're doing 20 miles an hour. See how far we make it. Well, we made it to 6% on our battery, which I've never done on an e-ride before. They always have died at 7. And we're now doing 24 miles an hour. So that's new as well. We've been going slower than that previous to this. Oh, now we're at 23 again. It's kind of weird. We're on like a dead flat road, by the way. So that's interesting. Well guys, the sport mode test is over. We ended with 26.9 miles. And how long do we go? 40 minutes, 58 seconds. Now we did really slow down there at the end. So please keep that in mind. Not all the bikes do that. And the bikes that do slow down a lot end up going several miles further than they would have if they stayed going the 50 miles an hour or 40 miles an hour like some other bikes do. Now let's see what happened with eco mode. We are now at 7% on eco mode, 49 miles. Let's see if it dies at 5% just like sport mode did. Well, there it is. We are at 7% and she died. And we got code 00800, 49.2 miles. And now I gotta walk back to the truck over there. I didn't quite make it. I was trying to time it so I would make it just right, but didn't make it. Okay, let's go back to the shop and we'll recap how this compares with every other bike that we've done this test on. We are back in the garage after the range test. Those clips you just saw were actually like 5 days ago, and since then I have taken this bike to St. George, Utah, and we have let a bunch of people ride it, and we got some experiences with the real world range in comparison to a bunch of other stock bikes and highly modified bikes with huge batteries. What I can say is the range is absolutely awesome on this bike. So regardless of all these numbers we talk about, the real world usage is really impressing us with this 72 volt 50 amp hour. So let's go over what specs we actually achieved in the range test. So as you guys know, in eco mode, we got 49.2 miles, which is a lot of range, but not as good as I was expecting. And we'll talk about that in a second. In sport mode, we got 26.9 miles. Now, here's the huge disclaimer. This was in the cold. It's Utah. This was filmed actually on December 21st, a super cold day that was below 40 degrees. And as most of you guys know, electric vehicles, bikes included, do not perform near as well in the cold as they do in the warm, optimal conditions. So, with these numbers being officially achieved, we did some math because we have done other range tests with bikes in the cold and then done it again in perfect optimal conditions between 70 and 80 degrees in temperature. The differences that we achieved in eco mode was about 23% and in sport mode about 19%. So we tacked on some extra miles to what we achieved today as an estimate. So what those are is 65 miles in eco mode and 32.5 miles in sport mode. Both those numbers are absolutely incredible, and as you can see in our range comparison chart here, it slots it into second place right behind the Stark Varg, which has an absolutely massive battery and is more than twice the price of this bike. So obviously those weren't actually achieved. In the future, we will be doing a perfect condition real world range test of this bike. It's probably not going to be for 4 or 5 months because again, it's winter here in Utah. We don't really have an option, but that is what we estimate based on our real world experience and test. And at the end of the day, this bike actually has incredible range, whether you're riding it in the cold or in the warm. We appreciate you guys watching this video. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. These range tests, they kind of got to be scientific so that you can be as accurate as possible. If you guys haven't already, enter to win our 3.0 that we're giving away this month. Go get entered right now. You're not going to want to miss it. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next video.